Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and give you the essential insights, the stuff you really need to know.
Exactly. No overwhelm, just clarity.
And this week, we're diving into the Global Golf Report. It was, well, quite a mix, wasn't it? Some big wins, some impressive performances, and also some interesting quiet spots, things that didn't happen.
Right, and that's really our mission here. We take all this data tour schedules, official reports, you name it, and boil it down for you. It's not just about, who won what. It's also about reading between the lines. What does the silence in certain areas tell us about the bigger picture in golf?
Okay, let's get into it then. The week's results. It felt like there was action happening all over the place.
There really was. Lots of exciting finishes.
Let's start with PGA Tour, the 3M Open.
Yep. TPC Twin Cities. Kitayama took that one down.
Ah, Kitayama. How'd he manage it?
It was close. Won by just one stroke over Sam Stevens. Finished at -17. His final around 65 was pretty clutch. That's the second PGA Tour win now, really showing he can handle the pressure cooker on Sunday.
Yeah, that consistency is key. Okay, moving over to the LPGA. Any standout stories there? Because I heard something quite remarkable.
Oh, absolutely. The ISPS Handler Women's Scottish Open, Dundonald Links, the big story. Lottie Woad, English golfer, just 21 years old.
Right, what about her?
She won it, her first LPGA title. And get this.
Yeah.
It was her professional debut.
No way. Seriously, in her debut.
Seriously. Finished at an incredible 21 under par, 2 strokes clear, just amazing potential on display, a real rising star.
Wow, okay. That's huge. So new talent bursting onto the scene. But what about the veterans, the senior circuit? Still dominated by the big names.
Well, if you're talking about Padraig Harrington, then yes, experience definitely reigns supreme there.
Yeah.
At the ISPS Handa Senior Open over in England, Sunningdale, Harrington was just dominant.
Another win for him.
Yep. Finished at 16 under, won by 3 strokes over Thomas Bjorn and Justin Leonard, shot a final round 67. That's his second senior major this year. He's just playing incredible golf. Still.
Incredible is right. Okay, so from established dominance on the senior tour, let's check in with LV Golf. What happened with their UK event?
Right, Livy Golf United Kingdom played at the JCB Golf and Country Club. Joaquin Neiman put on a clinic, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Finished at 17 under, won by 6 strokes. A really commanding performance, shot 68 in the final round. Just reinforces his position as, one of the absolute top players on that tour right now.
6 strokes, wow. Okay. Any other major tours reporting results? What about the Asian Tour?
Yes, they had the International Series Thailand down in Bangkok. The winner there was Li Chipo from Chinese Taipei, finished at 21 under.
Ah, their first-time winner.
Yeah, his first Asian Tour title. Peter Uihlein and Richard T. Lee tied for second behind him. And just a note for everyone listening, looking at the schedules, there were no tournaments this past week on the DP World Tour, the Challenge Tour, South African Tour, Australian, or Japanese tours. Pretty quiet on those fronts.
Okay, so that covers the winners and the trophies. But like you said at the start, sometimes what doesn't happen is just as important.
Exactly.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. What didn't make the headlines this week? What were the silences?
Well, it was notably quiet in a few key areas. First off, sponsor announcements.
Not at all.
No major new deals or, significant changes announced for the specific week. We know 3M extended its PGA sponsorship through 2030 back in March, but nothing fresh reported right now, which might just mean things are ticking along or maybe sponsors are taking a beat, watching how things shake out between the tours.
A wait-and-see approach, perhaps. What about player movements? Anyone switching tours, coming back from injury, retiring?
Nope. Again, remarkably quiet on that front. No significant transfers, withdrawals, returns, or retirements hit the news wires for this period.
Okay.
Could just be a stable week, or maybe it's the lull before something shifts later. You never quite know.
Right. And the big one, the elephant in the room sometimes. OWGR points for LAV. Any movement there?
Still nothing new to report there. The official World Golf Rankings situation regarding Levy golf eligibility, well, it's status quo. The last we officially heard back in May was that Levy hadn't reapplied for points, and the discussion continues around their format. The 54 holes, no cuts, the promotion relegation piece.
Yeah, the sticking points.
Exactly. And the OWGR board had its annual meeting in July, but no announcements came out relevant to this past week. So it seems like it's still a stalemate, or at least very slow progress happening behind closed doors. It leaves a big question mark.
Definitely does. Anything else notably absent? Community buzz? controversies?
Surprisingly calm, actually. No major public reactions or discussions picked up steam about tour alliances or potential mergers or any ongoing disputes.
Uh-oh. And also, no significant controversies, rule issues, player spats, nothing really made headlines. It was kind of an uneventful week in terms of golf drama, which is unusual sometimes.
It really is.
Oh, and just to round it out, nothing major highlighted on the amateur scene either. The next big one there is the U.S. Amateur in mid-August. And no specific business news like big equipment launches or broadcast deals reported for this specific week either. So yeah, the lack of news was in itself kind of the news.
That lack of news really is telling sometimes. Okay, so we've had the action, we've had the quiet. What does this set us up for? What's the big focus for the week ahead?
Right, looking ahead, all eyes are really on one event, the PGA Tour's Wyndham Championship.
Ah, the Wyndham. Where's that this year?
Sedgefield Country Club, Greensboro, North Carolina. It runs July 31st to August 3rd. And the reason it's such a big deal, the stakes are just incredibly high.
Go on.
It's the final event of the PGA Tour's regular season. This is it. This is the last chance for players to get into the top 70 of the FedExCup standings.
So playoff qualification is on the line. Exactly. Miss that top 70, and your season could effectively be over, playoffs-wise. So you're going to see intense competition, especially from those guys right around that 70 mark, the ones on the bubble.
You can just imagine the pressure. Guys fighting tooth and nail for every shot. It's got to be dramatic.
Absolutely. It always delivers drama. Expect some real emotional swings and players grinding like never before. Their tour cards, their season, it's all potentially riding on this week.
Where can people watch that unfold?
Broadcasts will be on Golf Channel and CBS, but definitely check your local listings for the exact times. And it's worth noting, based on the schedules we have, it looks like the other major tours, DP World Tour, LPGA, Champions, LIV, Asian Tour, they're all off next week. So the focus really is squarely on Greensboro and the PGA Tour finale.
Okay, so quite a week we've unpacked. Some really strong wins. Lottie Woad's debut victory was just fantastic. Harrington continuing his dominance. Neiman strong on LIV. But also the silences. The OWGR situation, the lack of sponsor news. It paints a picture, doesn't it?
It really does. It shows you just how dynamic professional golf is right now. You've got these incredible moments of competition, these breakout stars, these established champions, but then you also have these underlying currents, these strategic pauses and quiet negotiations that are constantly shaping where the sport is heading. This deep dive really highlights both sides of that coin.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up, here's something for you to think about this week. What kind of impact do these quieter weeks, the ones without the big announcements or controversies, actually have on that long-term strategic chess game playing out across the tours?
That's a great question.
And looking immediately ahead, how do you think that intense pressure of the FedExCup bubble at the Wyndham Championship is going to shape the stories we're talking about next week? Who thrives and who falters when everything's on the line?